What's going on, guys? Ross here from Shamu, and I'm going to be going through our trades from this past week. I want to show you what we did. We did a lot of really cool stuff. We're going to start off with FCX, and we actually took FCX position initially. Let's see, September 9th, but we ended up closing it out this week. So let's just go in. Let's zoom in on the weekly so that way we can take a look at what happens here. And we start September 9th. So we ended up getting in right here. And we did on here put debit spreads, which is a bearish position. And our goal was to get the price below this green line by here. Well, initially, it ended up going up from about $31 up to $32.66. When that happens, our sell positions and our spreads gained quite a bit of money. And so we ended up buying them back. We bought back our sell positions. This thing ended up going all the way down to $26. So this was a big old W, a win. We did put debit spreads, went from $32. It's $26.54. We closed them out today. Great trade. I saw quite a few people ecstatic making their money there. Let me go ahead and remove some of these things here from the screens so that way you can see a little bit better about what we did. So that was FCX. Next here we did AES. And we placed put debit spreads. Actually, that was September 13th. So let's take a look at what we did this past week, starting on the 16th, because we actually started on Friday making these trades. So we closed out AES, by the way, at 43% gains. Foot Locker, we closed out our sell positions. We ended up becoming profitable on Foot Locker. Let's take a look at that, because that was one that we ended up closing out as well. We did put debit spreads on it. As you can see, this thing sunk like a rock. We ended up closing this thing out at a profit. Very excited about that. Posh is still open, so we don't need to go through that. I'm still confident that we're going to make money on Posh. TDW, check this one out. We did put debit spreads on this on the 16th. So right here, saying this baby was going to keep going on down. And what did it do? It plummeted. It went from $23 down to $21. This thing looks like it's getting a little push back up on the candle, but we're already out of it. I saw someone say that they pay their mortgage with TDW. I think it was TDW this week. So very excited about that. IBM. IBM's another one. We did put debit spreads on, and we put that one on the 19th. So that put us right here. So we were actually looking bullish, or the candles were bullish candles, but we ended up putting our put debit spreads on it, utilizing a strategy we teach in the program. That thing dropped from 127 down to 122, closed out our trades, making money. Neo was one that we closed out this past week as well. Very profitable on this. I had quite a few contracts on this doing put debit spreads on Neo. So you can see that this thing tanked as well. It's still right now at 1752. So very excited about that. DK, let's check out DK. This was another trade. Boy, we did a lot of trades over the last week. Speaking of which, in the small account challenge, our portfolio balance went up 53% just this week alone. That's not a trade balance. That's a portfolio balance. That's incredible. We started August 1st with $2,500. Right now we have just over $8,100, and that's only been just over a month and a half later. And all of that is verified through our group DK. So we placed this one on September 21st, which was right here. And notice it ended up actually going up. I don't know exactly where on this candle we got in, but it ended up going up all the way to $28. We bought back our sell positions on our spreads, and then it tanked. And now we're down to 24 cents. We closed that baby out. Really good profits. In fact, I saw some people who, if you look at my Facebook wall, Someone sent me a text message saying they made $2,000 overnight just on this one trade. So that was very exciting. Plug. Let's take a look at that. We closed that one out as a trade as well. Look at that. That thing just tanked. So we got in on Plug September 21st. So right here. And we did put debit spreads. And I just want to show you something. Just because some people would have looked at this and been scared of a reversal because of hitting through this point right here. We knew based off of our trading strategy, this thing's going to sink like a rock. So if you're interested in learning, how are you guys picking these plays? I have a link down below. You can join our program. Not only do you learn how to do it, but we send you the alerts as we're doing it. Now, here's one where you might say, okay, Ross, everybody, the market tanked. You're not a genius. Okay, the market tanked, but we actually closed out Domino's Pizza on the 21st here. We started placing, let's see, that's right here. We did a call credit spread at $330. We closed it out this morning at $336, a $6 move to the upside. How did we know to go bullish when the market was falling? Well, we made money doing it. So you can learn how to do that in our program. Now let's take a look here. Finally, ExxonMobil. We've been holding on to this baby forever. And this thing, we had end of October put debit spreads on it. And I think all of us thought that this baby was going to lose. And then all of a sudden, boom, this thing plummeted. So we closed that one out today at a nice profit too, because actually we got in on ExxonMobil. Let me see when we got in on ExxonMobil. It was a while ago. We bought it. No, that was August. It was even sooner than that. We bought it back in July. We bought July 21. We bought ExxonMobil. And what happened was that when it went all the way up, we bought back our sell positions. And when this thing came down, we made a lot of money on the way back down. That's one cool thing about our strategy is even if it reverses in the opposite way, we buy back our sell positions. And when it comes back down, we're just rolling in the profits. So it's a really great way to trade. If you're trading spreads, which we teach in the program, that's the nice thing about debit spreads is that if you get a temporary reversal in the other direction, you can actually collect all your profits there. And then if it just comes back to where it was and you get yourself even to a break even, sometimes even if it's at a loss on that buy position, you've made money because you locked in your profits on the sell position. Don't recommend that you do that though if you are not, if you don't know what you're doing in the trading. You have to make sure you're doing it the proper way. So we've got some cool trades that we just placed in today. If you would like to get into our trading group, please feel free to join us. You can click the link down below. We only have had one trade that looks like it's going to lose in the last 2 months. Some people say, yeah, you're only showing the winners. No, I'll show you the losers. We thought that we would get some sort of bullish upward momentum on Zoom before next. I think this expires. Let me take a look. Zoom for us expires at next week on Friday. I think we're going to take an L on this because there's no way that, well, I shouldn't say there's no way. Unlikely that we're going to end up seeing some sort of huge move where we make our money back. So this will end up being a loss. But listen, you're going to take losses. If out of 2 months of trades, calling out 2 to 5 trades a week, you only take one loss in 2 months, you're making money. You're doing good. So I'm not going to beat myself up over Zoom. You guys have an amazing day. Have a great weekend. We'll see you soon.